Systems of linear equations. System's going to be two or more linear equations. We're just going to deal with two for the foreseeable future. Now a solution to a system of linear equations is any ordered pair that makes both or all of the equations in the system true. Now here's what I want written down here. Make a table, write these two equations. Just write y equals x plus 2. It's not hard. Y equals 3x minus 2. Then line up your equals. You are going to substitute 4 in place of the y. It's not 4y. Y turns into 4. Then 2 replaces the x, and it's 2 plus 2. So I have 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. So that is a solution to this equation. And now plug it in here and see if it's a solution to this one. So 4, 3x, so it's 3 times 2 minus 2. So we have 4 on this side. To find the value on the other side, you just multiply 6. 6 minus 2 is 4. So they both worked. I got the same number on each side. This is the solution. It's the only solution to both of them at the same time. Now, we need to find the solution ourselves, okay? Now, there's 3 different ways to do this. Today, we're learning the first way, graphing. Okay? You are going to graph the lines, and the point where the lines cross is your answer. So you make an XY coordinate over there, okay? I want it in coordinate form. Now, you can either make a table here or on your scratch paper. I'm going to do it on scratch paper so people in the video can see what I'm doing. So on one side, I put y equals x plus 2. On the other side, I put y equals 3x minus 2. We did this in Algebra 1. Is y by itself? It is. So I put a 1 in front of the x, and I have my mx plus b. So slope's 1 over 1, and the y-intercept is positive 2. So you go to positive 2, then up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1. You go up and to the right. You need your ruler to graph the line straight, I was going to say the word. So you take the ruler, make the graph. You're not doing the dash solid stuff, okay? Now, in the other equation, I graph it on the same plane. It has to be. Y is by itself, so MB. So the slope is 3 over 1. The y-intercept is a negative 2. So on the y-axis, you go down 2, then you go up 3, right 1. You're just graphing the lines the same way I've taught you before. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so they're going to cross right there, but make the line, please. Now I marked the point where they cross. Well, I don't have to mark it. It's right there. Now, this is the X line. It's high time you get to know your X line. So from the middle, I'm at 0, 1, 2. So it's lined up at 2 on X. Then the Y, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 2, 4. That is how you find the solution yourself. Okay, next problem. Y equals negative 3x minus 3, y equals 2x plus 2. You can either table it there or on scratch paper, okay? So y equals negative 3x minus 3, y equals 2x plus 2, okay? So y is by itself, so you have your MB. So the slope is negative 3. Put a 1 under that so it's in ratio form, and the y-intercept is also negative 3. So you go down to negative 3 on the y-axis, 1, 2, 3, and then you go down 1, right 1. So 1, 2, 3, 1. If you can't do it again, who cares? Okay, doesn't matter. It'll still be the line. It'll go the same way. Okay, so all of those points on the line are XY points you can put in for Y and X and get the sides to be equal for the first equation. Now the second equation, okay? MB, slope 2 over 1, y-intercept positive 2. So on the y-axis you go to 2, then up 2, right 1. Okay, the lines will cross, okay? You're going to have to make the point where they cross. Now, you mark the point and please label it correctly, okay? That's the one point that's on both lines. So this is the X. Well, I'm at 0 in the middle, and then I'm -1. That's a -1. Now on the y-axis, you're just at 0, so it's 0. -1, 0. Next problem. So far, so good, because the y has been by itself. It ain't going to stay that way, okay? So y equals x minus 4, y equals -x. So y by itself, yes. So I apply a 1 in the front, you got your MB right there. So slope 1 over 1, y-intercept -4. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1. Okay. Take your ruler, connect them. Next problem. Y, now there's an X there, so that's a 1. So there's your M, 0 would be your B. So the slope is -1 over 1, and the y-intercept is 0. Okay, so the y-intercept's at the origin. Then from there I go down 1, right 1. Down 1, right 1, and the negative's just with the top number. Down, okay, so they're going to cross there clearly. Okay. Okay, now X, Y. So on the X, okay, here's the crossing point. 0, 1, 2. So 2 is your X. Now on the Y, -1, -2. -2 is your Y, so 2, -2. Okay, a little bit different one here. This one will not be on your assignment. X equals -2, Y equals 5. I don't think there's any constant graphs on the assignment, but this one is. Here you're missing the Y. So you make 3 coordinate points. XY, XY, XY. Okay, so the X is -2. So Y is not here. You put -2 in for your X's, not your Y's. Okay, you put the number in for the Y's here. So 1, 2, 3. So you go left 2 up 1, left 2 up 2, left 2 up 3. You don't even need the ruler for that. You can easily trace along the line. Okay. All right, now the other equation, that's another constant. You're missing the X, so it's a constant graph. It means one of your Y variable is going to constantly be at 5. So 5, 5, 5, X I don't have, so 1, 2, 3. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5, okay. Do they cross? Yeah, right there. Funny thing happens, they actually cross at the exact same coordinates these are. So -1, -2, so your X would be -2. Y, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, next problem. Y equals -x minus 4, 4x minus y equals -1. You need to focus on this one. Especially on the second one. Because you get anything wrong, then it's screwed up. Well, this one's easy. The y is by itself, so MB. So slope, -1 over 1, the y-intercept, -4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm going down 1, right 1. Take your ruler, graph the line, okay? Now for the second equation, well, you better get the y by itself, I can tell you that. the y is multiplied by a negative 1. If y is multiplied by negative, rewrite it so that we don't have a negative anymore. And it's just an equal, so you don't have to worry about flipping a greater than less than sign. So negative 4x, positive 1y equals positive 1. Now, your y is over here, it's multiplied by positive 1. Well, this x can't be here, so I make a 0x and I add the 4x to the 0x. Now you can't muck this up. You have 1 times y, you put the 4x plus the 1, because it's mx plus b. Now divide everything by 1, but it's really just the same. So y is equal to 4x plus 1. So mb. So slope, y-intercept. Slope's 4 over 1, y-intercept's positive 1. So up 4, right 1. Can't do it again, oh well, okay. So you mark your point. This is the x line. That point is at negative 1, okay. This is the y line. That point is 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, so negative 3. Okay. Next problem, I got 2 more left. 6x minus 2y equals 6, 3y equals 9x minus 9. Neither one of those has the y by itself, but you got to think here when you do the second one so you're not screwing it up. Okay, y, first off, it's multiplied by negative. I don't like that, so rewrite the equation, just reverse the signs on everything. It's just an equal, so you don't flip, you can't flip an equals, obviously. So, first off, this negative 6x, we got to get that out of there. So I make a 0x and plus 6x. Now you line up your equals, you have your 2 times y, and then you're going to have 6x plus negative 6. Please keep the x so you know where the x is at. Now divide everything by 2. So we end up with, and quit writing just 6 when you're adding the x's, it's 6x. So 3x plus negative 3. So slope 3 over 1, y-intercept negative 3. Okay. And up 3, right 1. And the 4 problems I have you doing here are very manageable. Okay. Now right here, you got to think, look at the equation. Do I really need to make the 0x? No, the x is right where it belongs on the other side of the equal. So all I need to do is divide by 3. Okay? So that's 3x minus 3. Funny thing happens here. Slope's 3 over 1, negative 3 is your y-intercept. I just did that. It's the exact same line. Okay? If it is the exact same line, you write infinitely many solutions. Or you can abbreviate and write IMS. It's when it's the same line. Okay? Now, last one. I made a mistake here. I want you to put a 4 in front of that x. Okay? So, 4x minus y equals negative 4. 4x minus y equals negative 1. So we obviously have to get the y by itself. It is multiplied by a negative 1. So rewrite it. Negative 4x plus positive 1y and positive 4. Now, get the 4x to the other side by adding it. Make it 0x and add 4x. So you have 1y, and then you have 4x plus 4. Now if you divide by 1, it really just stays the same. Y equals 4x plus 4. MB. Slope 4 over 1, y-intercept positive 4. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, then up 4, right 1. Can't do it again, who cares, okay? 2 points is good enough. Now the other one. You minus your 4x. First off, rewrite that so the y is a positive, then 1. Now, add your 4x, so the 4x here is going to become positive. So 1 times y, and you have 4x plus 1. You don't really need to divide by 1. You can if you want, because it really just stays 4x plus 1. These will not be the same line, but something else is going to happen. Slope is 4 over 1. Y-intercept is positive 1. So I go to positive 1, and I go up 4, right 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now they are not the same line, but they don't cross. They are parallel. They're very close together. When the lines are parallel, okay, you write no solution. You don't write IMS. It's if they're the same line. No solution. Thank you. Have a nice day.